Alright, so I'm up here on the roof. Gonna take you for a quick walk around, take a look at everything and what I found. Start with here, we have the chimney flue here is cracked. Not a huge deal. I would recommend putting an actual cap on top of it to keep any water from getting in there. So I say it's not a big deal. It could be if you were to install a cap and this was so deteriorated that you would have to replace that one piece there. A little bit of cracking of the caulk here around the chimney. Would have to be caulked up a little bit. The roof covering looks good. And one thing you got to keep in mind when you have open valleys like this, you do have to come and coat the metal. When you see the metal start getting rusty, you got to get up here and coat that every so often. Roof penetrations looked good for the most part. This one over here is starting to crack. I don't think it's leaking just yet, but definitely something to keep an eye on. Most of the roof is just a flat roof. Didn't mention, but it's an architectural type shingle, and it actually looks like it might be like a 40 or 50 year roof, just by looking at how thick the shingles are. Typically they're rated for about 35 or 30 years, but this might be have a longer warranty with it. But yeah, I mean, it looks good. Here I did see some signs of past repair here in the valley, so this might need some attention, although I didn't see any leaks, and it might be over in the overhang, so even if it did leak, I don't know that it would leak into the building itself, but definitely something to keep an eye on there. I did want to take a look at this chimney over here. The chimney looks good. Flashing looks good. There's a little bit of a spalling of the plaster coating here, and a small shrinkage crack, so a little bit of some caulking maintenance on this chimney definitely wouldn't hurt. And one thing you got to keep an eye out for is the way that this flashing's installed. They make a trough for this caulking, and the caulking can dry out and crack. A more permanent way of installing this flashing is actually cut a groove in, and you bend the aluminum in, and then it goes into the groove, and then you're not relying on the caulk to keep the water out. But this does, it does work, you got to keep an eye on the caulking and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's a big roof, but there's not a whole lot of roof penetrations, which is where you got to mostly keep your eye on. And yeah, that's about it.